It's October 13, 2025, and California is once again leading the nation's gun control debate. Governor Gavin Newsom has just signed a sweeping package of new firearm laws, aiming to further tighten the state's already strict regulations. These measures are a direct response to ongoing gun violence and reflect a determined push for public safety. The new laws address everything from which firearms can be sold to how ammunition is purchased. Newsom's actions continue California's long tradition of progressive and often controversial gun laws. The motivation is clear: prevent future tragedies by closing dangerous loopholes and keeping weapons out of the wrong hands. Lawmakers are targeting specific firearm technologies and sales practices that have raised red flags for law enforcement. This isn't just one bill, it's a coordinated set of laws designed to create a multi-layered system of regulation. The approach is comprehensive, regulating weapons, ammunition, and the acquisition process. California is making a bold statement: it will lead the way in reducing gun-related deaths and injuries. The state's strategy is to make it harder for firearms to fall into the wrong hands, using a combination of updated definitions, stricter sales rules, and new safety measures. Newsom frames this as common sense, even as the nation remains deeply divided on gun rights. While other states loosen restrictions, California is doubling down, highlighting the national divide over the Second Amendment. Newsom argues that states have both the right and responsibility to regulate firearms for public health and safety. This legislative package is more than state policy. It's a major contribution to the national conversation on balancing rights and security. California's new laws are set to shape the future of gun control in America. The new laws introduce targeted changes to close loopholes and boost safety. Key updates redefine what counts as an assault weapon, keeping pace with evolving firearm technology. By clarifying these definitions, California aims to block the sale of weapons designed to skirt existing bans. The laws also expand emergency gun violence restraining orders, making it easier to temporarily remove firearms from those in crisis. This proactive approach targets behavior, not just hardware, aiming to prevent suicides and mass shootings. Stricter rules for gun sales and transfers reinforce background checks and crack down on straw purchases. Improved data systems will make background checks faster and more accurate. The laws also regulate parts and accessories, like ghost gun components and rapid-fire devices, to prevent untraceable or easily modified weapons. By targeting the entire ecosystem of firearms, California is trying to stay ahead of new threats. The strategy is forward-looking, adapting to technology and market trends. It's a comprehensive effort to ensure only eligible, law-abiding individuals can access firearms. Among the most groundbreaking measures is California's ban on machine gun convertible pistols. This law makes California the first state to prohibit semi-automatic handguns designed for easy conversion to fully automatic fire. It's a direct response to the rise of illegal devices like Glock switches, which turn pistols into machine guns. Law enforcement has seen a surge in these modified weapons at crime scenes. Starting July 2026, dealers can't sell these pistols to the public. Only military and law enforcement are exempt. By January 2027, all handguns sold must be certified as non-convertible by an independent lab. Gun rights advocates argue this punishes law-abiding owners and manufacturers, calling it government overreach. Supporters say it's a necessary step to stay ahead of dangerous modifications. The law's success, and its legal fate, will be closely watched nationwide. California is setting a new precedent for regulating not just what a gun is, but what it can become. California's requirement for background checks on all ammunition purchases, passed in 2016, was meant to keep bullets out of the wrong hands. Governor Newsom has championed this law as common sense, but it's faced fierce legal challenges. Gun rights groups argue it burdens law-abiding citizens and violates the Second Amendment. Recently, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals struck down the law, citing a lack of historical precedent. Newsom condemned the ruling and vowed to fight on, setting up a legal battle that could reach the Supreme Court. The case highlights the clash between state policy and federal courts in the post-Bruin era. The outcome will shape the future of gun control in California and beyond. Newsom's new gun laws have sparked both celebration and outrage. Supporters, including advocacy groups and many Democrats, see them as vital for public safety and preventing mass shootings. Opponents, led by gun rights organizations, argue the laws punish law-abiding citizens and erode constitutional freedoms. The debate reveals deep cultural and ideological divides within California. For some, it's about saving lives. For others, it's about defending liberty. Political reactions have split along party lines, with Democrats touting California's lower gun death rates and Republicans calling for enforcement of existing laws. The polarization ensures the debate will continue in courts, the legislature, and future elections. California's gun control fight is a microcosm of the national struggle over guns. The conversation is far from over. Every new California gun law faces immediate legal challenges from well-funded Second Amendment groups. The 2022 Supreme Court Bruin decision set a tough new standard: gun laws must align with the nation's historical tradition. This has made defending modern regulations, like bans on convertible pistols, much harder. The Ninth Circuit's recent decision against ammunition background checks relied on this framework. California's Attorney General now faces the challenge of defending these laws with historical evidence. The outcomes will have national consequences. If upheld, they set a roadmap for other states. If struck down, they could unravel decades of gun control. The courtroom battles will decide the fate of California's boldest policies. The stakes couldn't be higher. California's aggressive gun laws ripple far beyond its borders. As the largest state, its policies often become models or warnings for others. Manufacturers may change products nationwide to comply with California's standards, creating a California effect. Legal battles from California help define the boundaries of gun rights and regulation for the whole country. Governor Newsom uses his platform to push these issues onto the national stage, keeping gun control in the spotlight. Whether these laws stand or fall, California will remain central to America's gun debate. The state's actions are shaping the future of the Second Amendment,